All right, I'm Tom Hayes, and welcome back to Community Connections here at SCAN. For our second part of the program, I'm thrilled to have two wonderful guests with us from the Affordable Housing Alliance, and that's Maria Delaplain, who's the Director of Utility Assistance at the Affordable Housing Alliance, and Donna Blaze, who's the CEO of the Affordable Housing Alliance. And again, I really appreciate you both being here with us today to tell us about the wonderful programs, and I know the wonderful programs that the Affordable Housing Alliance does out in the community. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us here.
I appreciate being invited.
Absolutely. And again, you guys, I just know just from working with you guys over many years that you really do phenomenal work. So I just want to let our audience know that they're in for a treat to learn about all the great things that you guys do. So with that, tell us a little bit about the Affordable Housing Alliance.
Okay. The Affordable Housing Alliance was established 25 years ago, and its mission was to develop affordable housing alliance, affordable housing, especially for those populations that have difficulty finding affordable housing in the general population. We help people who are seniors, we help people who are struggling financially, we provide a lot of housing counseling and housing education. We manage a portfolio of over 400 rental units, many of those which are supportive housing units for people with disabilities. We have senior housing. We also provide a very large utility assistance program, which Maria will be talking about today. Okay. And we provide information and education to the general public about housing options. And with the rising concerns municipalities have over meeting their affordable housing obligations, we provide a lot of consultation through our administrative agency efforts, working directly with municipalities to achieve low-impact affordable housing developments in their communities.
That's just great. And Donna, I know I've worked with you for decades in the community, and I have to say, and I know everybody that knows you and is involved with the committees that we're on and all that sort of thing together would say that you are a strong pit bull kind of advocate for affordable housing, and it's beautiful. I mean, I really want to say that on behalf of the whole community that we appreciate that you really work so hard to really try to make sure that those that need affordable housing have a voice and as many opportunities as possible are out there. So, you know I've worked with you on the HSAC and many other things and projects that we've been involved with and all that sort of thing. And again, you're always that voice that right away says, well, what about affordable housing in this project? How do we fit that in, right? So
well, we've done a lot of good jobs together.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Well, you really kudos to you and your organization.
Thank
it
you.
really, really is great. So I understand one of the major programs that you are involved with is providing utility assistance, and of course we know that because I work with one of the utilities in the area, and I know you work with several of our folks. So tell us more about that program.
Well, utility assistance can assist families pay their past due bills, help them during those rough times with the economy, get back in track, and get assistance with their gas and electric bills. We administer two programs, which is a True on the Page program that can help you get back and get those bills that get really, really high during the summertime, during the winter time.
Right, which is great. And again, I know we've worked with you guys a long time on with those programs as well. And again, it's very much needed for folks out there that are struggling. As we all know, the economy is not the greatest, and even folks that are working full time, a lot of times they just can't meet their bill obligation, and it's tough. And you do a great job trying to really help those folks. So again, kudos to the organization on a regular basis, working with all that. So tell our audience who is eligible for these programs and the best way for them to apply.
Well, the programs have income guidelines, so families have to meet these income criteria. For example, a family of four can make between $48,000 a year up to $105,000 a year. So that's one of the main requirements. Obviously, all the families that are not eligible for the low-income program, which is the home energy program, can apply for this program and can help them up to $700, $750 per utility.
Wow, which is great. That's really helpful. As you know, families that are struggling, like that means a lot. That's a make or break kind of number that can get them beyond, kind of get their kind of foot out of the mud and get them to get through to the next season and get past, let's say in our case, the heating season, or get through the summer with their high electric bill, whatever it might be. So it's really, really remarkable. Is there a timeline for the application, and how often can someone apply?
It's not a timeline. This is an annual program, so families can apply once a year. They can apply for 2 programs, the Page or the True. And in between programs, they just have to wait 60 days. If they still have a high balance, they get True now, and then a couple months later, they can apply for True. Clients can do the application through our website, do an online application. They can send a paper application. They can speak to one of our representatives and do it through an email. They can walk into one of our locations, or they can go into one of our affiliate locations across the state.
That's great. And would they need to know what program to ask for? Probably not, right? You would guide them through which program they would really
if they
need
give
to
us
know
a
about.
call, absolutely, our staff, we'll walk them through and ask a couple of questions, and we will help them apply for the right program.
Wow. Now, I think you might have mentioned this, but how much does the average family get through these programs?
So basically, they can receive up to $2,900 in 1 year. They can get $750 from the True program per utility, gas and electric, or they can receive $700 from Page, again, gas and electric. So as I said, it's $2,900 that can receive in 1 year towards their past due balances.
Right, which is great. Again, that's really, that really is amazing. We're fortunate to be in a country where there are those types of services, right? And in a county that there's those types of services, and that you have, folks in organizations like yourselves that really can get that information out to the folks that need it. So
Yes.
it's really wonderful. What are the most common problems you encounter when folks are really trying to fill out their applications and get them completed?
I will say that one of our biggest problems is try to complete their applications. It is important that they have to submit all the required documents. Sometimes they don't do it because they're afraid, for pride. They feel uncomfortable sending their information, or they feel like they don't qualify for those programs. So I would say that's one of our biggest issues in trying to get this assistance out there.
Yeah, I know I've heard that over the years, that it is tough. Or somebody might have 75% of the information that they need, but they really need 100% of it. And once somebody applies 1 year and gives you all that information, does it make it any easier for the following year, or is it you still have to get all the same information again in the new year?
Well, we have them in records, so
it's in
they
there.
don't have to submit all the required documents. There's information that needs to be updated, like income. We're gonna make sure that they still within the income guidelines. We need their bills to make sure they still have the same their past due bills. But it should be easier if you're following up the following year.
Gotcha. Now, what's one of your biggest problems in administering this program or these programs?
I had offered to answer that. We have a number of concerns that we have. One, we have $9 million to distribute across the state of New Jersey.
Wow.
And many people have been scammed. There's been a lot of utility scams, and people sent checks in the mail and signed this check, and they find that the utility service has been changed to a third-party provider. And so we found that a lot of people are suspect of the fact that we have the capacity to provide them, as Maria said, almost $2,900 in benefits, and so it's almost too good to be true.
Right.
So they're hesitant to provide the information or to complete the application, and so that's one major issue. The other issue is that there's a lot of other organizations we work with throughout the state of New Jersey, and people don't realize that these programs are eligible for anyone in the state, and how high of an income. Most people who earn $100,000 a year who are raising a family think that they're not eligible for anything. And this is one of the few programs that the legislature was really targeting towards people who are middle class, who may have, lost their job during Sandy, may have lost their job in the recession, or they're not making as much money during now that they were 10 years ago. And so it's a helping hand that, is targeted towards a very broad range of families. And so we're really trying to get that word out, that give us a call, let us decide whether you're
Right,
eligible
right.
or
It's so
not.
true.
But if you're struggling with your utility bills, or you're struggling with any other bills that we can help with utility bills that'll help you get current on other things, then give us a buzz, and we will see what program you're eligible for and how best to administer it.
That's great, and I hear it all the time. That is the main word out there on the street is call and ask for the help. If you don't ask, nobody can help you.
Right.
And you don't want your services shut off. And for utility companies like our own and the electric company, it's expensive for us to shut people off and turn them back on and all that. We don't want that to happen. So
Nobody does.
agencies like yourselves really help folks get through that. And it's important that they know they should reach out. You know, it's not about pride. It's not about failure. It's not about any of that. It's about, at some point, we all need a little helping hand. And the fact that you're there to be there for folks, to help them out, is wonderful. And you're a service, and you really do a great job in getting folks those those dollars that really help them through some tough times.
One of the things that we implemented to overcome some of those privacy concerns is that they can go on our website. They can apply through their, iPhone. They can. The website is www.newjerseypoweron.com, and they can do the whole application online, upload their documents, and find out within a couple of weeks whether and how much they're eligible for. So they don't even have to take time off of work or anything like that.
Right. And since you mentioned that website, are there other ways that they should reach out to contact the Affordable Housing Alliance?
They can give us a call, 732-982-8710. And one of our representatives can give them an email address if they want to email their application. They can download the application through our website and mail it in, or walk into one of our locations if they feel more comfortable talking to one of our staff.
That's great. And are there any other programs that you're involved with that help out? Is that a leading question?
Yes. Yes, we help clients with the home energy program and with the gift of warm program. So if they are within the income guidelines for the home energy, we can absolutely help them with those programs as well.
That's great. And again, I know the Gift of Warmth program is with New Jersey Natural Gas.
Yes.
I think the only utility in the state that has its own to help folks over that hump as well. But I know when we created that program, the idea was also to help folks that might not fit some of the other programs, So if somebody is hitting that hard time, and as you mentioned before, Donna, some folks make, what would be considered a lot of money, but they have an issue that comes up, a medical issue that takes a lot of the resources away and that sort of thing. So we can look at a program like that could really fill in, where somebody might otherwise slip through the cracks. So again, you're a fantastic partner to work with on that program as well, and we're really honored to work with you on our Gift of Warmth program as well, because you guys just do a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Really wonderful. Stellar kind of people. I don't know. It's nice when you have really good partners out there to work with in the community.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. Well, we're running out of time, so I really want to thank you both for being here with us, and again, keep doing the wonderful programs that you do at the Affordable Housing Alliance, because it's really important to our community. And we, again, really thank you for your time, for being
Thank
here.
you for letting us be here
Yes.
today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, and thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the near future. Thank you very much. Take care.